Hi friends, welcome to Gallant IAS. In this government scheme series, today we are going to discuss about the most recently launched Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana. And at the end, we will be discussing a model question which is based on UPSC pattern. So let's get started. The aim of Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana is to ensure minimum income availability to farmers in the state, and it is implemented or launched by a state of Chhattisgarh, right? So Chhattisgarh government launched a scheme called Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana to ensure a minimum income availability to farmers in the state, right? And the beneficiaries are farmers who grow 14 specified crops. That means a farmers who grow 14 specified crops only are eligible under the scheme. And this 14 includes one rabi crop and 13 kharif crops, right? So the farmers who cultivate the specified one rabi crop and 13 kharif crops can avail the minimum income support from the state government of Chhattisgarh. And this income support is directly transferred to the bank account of the farmer in 4 installments. That's the most important feature of Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana, right? And regarding funding, initially to begin with, rupees 10,000 per acre for paddy and maize are given, and rupees 13,000 per acre for sugarcane farmers are also given under the scheme, right? So initially to begin with, only these three crops are covered, and it will be expanded later on. So initially rupees 10,000 per acre for paddy and maize cultivators are given, and rupees 13,000 per acre for sugarcane farmers are given under this Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana, and it will be expanded to other crops later on, right? So these are the core features of Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana. I repeat, this scheme is launched by the state government of Chhattisgarh to ensure minimum income support to farmers in the state, right? And the beneficiaries are farmers who grow 14 specified crops, which includes one rabi crop and 13 kharif crops, right? Only the farmers who cultivate these 14 crops are eligible under the scheme. And the income support is directly transferred to the bank account of the farmer in 4 installments, okay? And regarding funding, rupees 10,000 per acre for paddy and maize cultivators, and rupees 13,000 per acre for sugarcane cultivators, and this will be expanded to other crops later on in by phases, right? So these are the most important points you must know regarding Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana. And by implementing this scheme, there are many more benefits. We can say that by implementing this scheme in an effective manner, it could bring more area under cultivation, right? And also it could improve the food security of our country, and it could improve the rural economic growth of our country. So there are many benefits by implementing this scheme in a proper manner. And apart from that, schemes with almost similar objectives are found in other states of our country too. Say example, we can say Raidu Bandhu scheme, in Telangana, Kalia scheme in Odisha, and Krishak Bandhu scheme in West Bengal. So these are the schemes in other parts of our country with almost similar objective, that is giving income support to the farmers. So please note down these schemes too, because they can also be asked in the coming preliminary examinations, right? So these are the most important points you have to know regarding Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana, right? And regarding application of this scheme in the mains, we can quote or mention this concerned scheme called Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana regarding the poverty and development issues in GS1. Say example, if a question is asked regarding farmer suicide, right? One of the most important reasons for farmer suicide is indebtedness of the farmer. So we can say that by implementing this scheme in an effective manner, it could give additional income to the farmers. So by getting additional income, their livelihood will be enhanced. So the tendency towards suicide could be prevented, like this we can quote. Or regarding population and associated issues, say example migration. See, one of the most important reasons for migration from rural to urban areas is lack of employment opportunities in rural areas, right? So we can say that by implementing this scheme in an effective manner, the livelihood of the rural poor could be enhanced, or rural farmers could be enhanced, so that it could prevent them from migrating towards urban areas. Likewise, we can quote this scheme, or you can quote in welfare schemes to vulnerable sections in GS2, or issues relating to poverty and hunger in GS2, inclusive growth GS3, agriculture direct topic GS3, income support to farmers again, or regarding banking and budgeting, we can say that by implementing this scheme, it could lessen or decrease the burden of loan waiver of the states. So regarding loan waiver, non-performing assets of the bank, we can say that by giving an income support to the farmers, it could decrease the burden of government in giving a farm loan waivers. Likewise, we can quote in budgeting and banking too. Or in regarding internal security, there's a topic called linkages between development and spread of extremism, right? So we know that one of the most important reasons for the spread of extremist ideologies is due to lack of development, right? Lack of development and poor livelihood in rural areas. So again, we can quote this as a scheme implemented by the Chhattisgarh government, this Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana. It could enhance the livelihood of rural poor or rural farmers. So their shift towards the left-wing extremism or other extremist ideologies could be prevented. So it could boost our national security. Likewise, if you mention this scheme in your mains answer, you could score more, right? So this is the way you have to prepare a scheme, or this is the way you have to apply a current affairs into the static portion, right? Because you are implementing a current affairs into these static topics. So it could give an additional edge to your mains answers. So by knowing a little fact, you could apply in various topics in various GS papers, and you can also implement or mention the same scheme in ethics and essay paper too, right? So this is the manner you have to prepare a current affairs or a scheme. Okay, and let's move on to a model question. With reference to Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana, consider the following statements. It is an income support scheme to farmers launched by the state of Chhattisgarh. Under the scheme, only farmers growing kharif crops can receive the benefit. Which of the following statement or statements is or are correct? So regarding statement 1, it is an income support scheme to farmers launched by the state of Chhattisgarh. Exactly, that's the core objective of the scheme, and launched by the state of Chhattisgarh itself and not by the government of India, right? Regarding 2, under the scheme, only farmers growing kharif crops can receive the benefit. No, we know that out of the 14 specified crops, it includes one rabi crop also. So here the statement says that only farmers growing kharif crops can receive the benefit. No, farmers who grow this particular rabi crop can also benefit from the scheme. So statement 2 is wrong here. Since the question asked is which of the following is correct one, the correct one is statement 1 only. So option A is our answer. That is 1 only is our answer. And that's all about Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana. And if you feel this video useful, please share it to your friends and also subscribe our channel for more quality videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.